So I bought a 2012 Dodge Challenger, but it has the V6 in it. And the problem with the car is the engine is blown. So, and obviously the front here it had a fender bender, so the guy tried to fix what it was, and then it's got some dents down in here, big old gash in the door. So here's the Cadillac Escalade. It's a 2002. It's an all-wheel drive with the 6-liter in it. And this is what we're going to be using in the LS swap for the Dodge Challenger. It runs and it drives. Sorry, it's been a while. I don't even know if I'm going to get on the truck right here anytime soon. I might get back on it during Christmas time whenever it's a little bit cooler and work has slowed down. I'm not gonna try and make it look all pretty. I'm gonna go and do the inside here. I'm gonna make the cab and everything really nice, and then weld in the patches up there around the top of the firewall. I do want the inside done nice, and that's about it. It's just too many hours to be put into this thing. That'll be a few more months before I get on that. I'm just gonna let summer pass because I'm not getting all my welding gear on, and I'm just gonna be sweating. So I'm just gonna wait on this truck and start doing my project I've been wanting to do, which is pull the engine out and start rebuilding it. I'm considering to do a forged internals. I'm gonna get the crank pallets and forged rods and pistons. Then I've got my 706 heads that I'm gonna redo. I got these sets of heads right here. They're 706. These are the second heads that I bought. The first heads that I bought literally a few days ago were these heads right here. They're 317 heads, and they're brand new. They never even been put on. I was gonna use these heads on the engine because that's what they came with, but I was wanting to go and shoot for a little bit more compression, and I didn't realize that they had bigger chamber sizes here. So I'm gonna be using the 706 heads. And me not realizing that 706 heads were literally the same thing as 862s, I had a set sitting here on the shelf, which kind of got me. But I got the other extra ones just in case, because these did come off of an engine that had a head gasket that was blown, so not entirely sure if those are completely straight or not. But and I got an LS1 intake manifold here also that I picked up, and came with the fuel rail and the fuel injectors also. But I picked up this over here, another 5.3 with 160,000 miles on it. And what I'm gonna end up doing is putting that engine back in the Escalade. Then I'm gonna resell this thing, hopefully break even, or be able to go and actually make a little bit of money to be able to put towards the project. But I'm not spending all my time on this thing. So the other day I cleaned up the intake manifold where the gaskets go right here. I cleaned those up, got the grease off. The other engine out of that Escalade has EGR like right about here, so I'm gonna have to end up getting these off. I also did this right here. There was 3 bolts that were broken off in the engine, and I ended up doing the best thing that I could do to take these out is to get it with the welder. And I got all 3 of them out, and I found three bolts that would fit in there. So, but other than that, it wasn't that bad of an engine. I got to get the water pump on there also, but that's nothing major. I might actually have an extra water pump that I'll be able to put on there. Probably should put that on there beforehand. But yeah, there's the other side where I put my bolts. Hey guys, so I'm sorry I wasn't able to get any more footage on the engine removal on that Escalade, where I ripped out that engine, the 6 bleeder, and then put in a 5.3. And I say this because my wife was pregnant at the time, and then she ended up having a baby, and so I needed to just get the car done with a little bit of sleep on top of that. So I was exhausted while I was trying to get the thing back together, so I just did not have any time to put the cameras up. So I ended up being able to put the 5.3 liter engine in the Escalade, and it drove everything great actually. And I had to end up putting a tune on the computer, and in the end I did not need to do that. I've asked around, and they said I've done it, and I've known the guy, and he keeps coming back, for his checkups and all that maintenance stuff, and he's never had an issue with it running with the 6 liter tune with a 5.3 in there. All in all, you don't need to. I mean, you can, peace of mind, and that's what I did. In the end, yes, you're able to go and run a 5.3 with a 6 liter tune thing. My dad helped me actually put the engine in the Escalade because I wasn't mentally there because I was exhausted, and I needed somebody there just to make sure I wasn't going to hurt myself. So I had him help me put that engine in there, and I just, like I said, I didn't get any footage of it, which really sucked because it would have been cool. There wasn't much that needed to be done after that, which was clean the interior, which was nasty. But in the end, I did make my money back for that Escalade. Got to keep the engine. As you may have seen on the Dodge Challenger, it needs those body parts. Well, I ended up going on Facebook, and I've been trying to see if I could find somebody who was parting one out, and it was a little hard. I ended up driving out to Biloxi because somebody was actually parting out a white one. It's not the same color, but they're straight parts here. I got both doors. Even I got the trunk lid right here in front of me, and then the back of my truck is filled still with parts. And then this other truck I got over here, I got all these other, like I got the bumper, I even got like a extra taillight housing, the little pieces for the grill or behind the bumper, an extra strut, and then I got the bumper right here, or the rear bumper. I might not be using that. And then I got the covers for the inside, and then in the back of the truck I end up having all the interior parts, which is pretty nice because that's just in case. I got every single part that I could just in case I needed them, and whenever I'm done with this project, I'm gonna go and end up selling the rest of all of that stuff, because I even got an extra steering wheel, an extra instrument cluster gauge, what else, the carpet, airbags, anything you can think of other than just the engine and wheels and the chairs. That's all he wanted to keep. For $600 I got all those parts. Oh, and I even have the fenders up here. It's on the old Apache. I got them right up there.